Good day everyone, I'm Manuel Dinondo, the project manager of Team Gcash. Our project is Commodify, a customizable Pomodoro productivity tracker that helps users focus with flexible timers, activity grouping, and progress tracking.
Good afternoon, Sir Steven. My name is Simon and ito po yung pinaka-progress ko sa application namin this week. Ang pinaka-first na inayos ko po is yung sa dashboard wherein inalign po namin ko po siya sa pinaka-API and inayos po namin yung pinaka-requirements na pinapakita po ng dashboard kapag nakapag-login na yung user. Gaya ng napag-usapan last meeting. So, sa bagong user interface po ng UI, we have the current streak wherein di-display niya po kung nakakailan na po yung pinaka-streak po ng user sa consecutive days. And also yung best streak wherein di-display niya po yung pinakamahaba na streak na na-reach ng user habang sa activities po. And di-display niya po yung total sessions wherein yung pinaka overall total sessions na meron sa account ng user. And also yung activities. Di-display niya rin po yung pinaka-total na um, number of activities na meron sa account ng user. And also yung all-time focus and yung weekly focus po every week. Yun. So, sa current streak po, may naisip po kaming feature dito para mas usable po and makapag-attract po ng maraming user. Pero hindi pa po namin siya na-implement wherein we're planning to um, implement the pagbibigay po ng badges sa mga user para po mas ma-boost po sila sa paggamit po ng application namin. Pero planning pa lang po kami doon. Pero yun po yung parang pinaka-sense niya. Ba't kami naglagay rin ng streak sa dashboard? And gaya rin po ng dati, we have the quick start wherein the user can easily create a activity kahit nasa dashboard page pa lang siya. And, and also, di-display din po namin yung recent sessions po na mayroon po na ginawa po ng user. Ang pinaka maximum po na di-display ng recent sessions is 8 sessions lang po. Yun po yung pinaka-recent niya. Tapos, next po na inayos ko is yung sa logic po ng timer session kapag halimbawa po gagawa tayo ng bagong activity. Mare-redirect siya sa timer. Tapos ang pinaka-UI, inayos ko po yung UI ng pag-edit ko ng time. And ito po. Tapos once na maselect siya ng user, pwede na customize siya sa timer lang. Naayos na rin po namin yung parang pinaka-logic po ng timer session wherein na kahit na nakaback siya, as long as hindi in-start namin yung timer, in-start namin yung timer tapos kapag binak po namin siya, ang nangyari is nakamark siya as in progress. So yung timer is running pa rin siya. So ganoon din po, ayun po yung pinaka-changes namin sa logic po ng timer namin. Tapos po, next is na ginawa ko is yung sa sidebar. Wherein yung in-apply ko po yung suggestions nyo na maglagay kami ng closing na pang-close ng toggle sa sidebar. Na yun po yung parang indicator na if ayaw na ng user makita yung buong view ng sidebar. Naka-apply po siya sa lahat. Tapos, minake sure ko rin po yung parang view niya po sa mobile view. Overall, yun lang po yung pinaka naging progress ko this week. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. So yung naging progress ko naman po this week is yung sa report page. So, bali po is yung dinagdag ko lang po is yung ang naging update ko po na gagawin po this week po is yung trends po tsaka yung insights po na lalabas dito sa summary po, which is yung completed hours po na-take ng user dun sa kanyang overall session, which is difference po dito sa mga nakalagay dito. So mag-a-add po ang panibagong card dito sa core trends and another container for the insights po. So yun lang po yung mga nagawa ko this week. And also nag-debug din po ako sa login po namin, since ang nangyari po dun, pag nagkamali po siya is, pag nag-enter po ulit siya ng tamang credential is, hindi na po siya nakakapag-login ulit. Kailangan po mag-hard reload or mag-clear cache para po ma-login ulit ng tama yung credential na nilalagin niya. So overall, yun na naman po yung mga naging progress ko ngayon. Wait po, sir.
Okay, sir. So, my name is Gerald, tester and developer po ng Gcash. So, for this week's sprint po, ang ginawa ko po is yung automated testing ng workflow po namin. So, last week, yung CI/CD po yung ginawa ko. So, automated CI/CD. Ngayon, I improved this integration process or the workflow by adding the 4 layers of testing po sa aming integration workflow. So, ipapakita ko po siya sa inyo. Ayan. So, dito po meron po tayong 7 phases and 4 layers. So, first phase is yung lint and validate code. So, ang trabaho po nito is to validate if existing po ba yung mga Docker file, and also binavalidate po niya, chine-check kung yung merging wise walang conflict and magiging successful once na pumasa lahat sa test. Next is layer 1 and phase 2, C-unit test. So dito, ginamit po namin for front-end is si Karma plus Jasmine. So si Jasmine, ginamit po namin siya for component and services checking po ng unit test. And si Karma naman po, ginamit namin siya for creating an automated report para po dun sa naging result ng unit test. So every after nag-test po kami and nagra-run yung test, nag-generate po siya ng index HTML na pwedeng i-run sa Chrome para makita yung result ng naging unit test. And then integration testing naman po, dito po gumamit kami ng test containers and database. So gumamit po kami ng test containers PostgreSQL para matest po namin yung pagiging integrated po ng backend and then yung frontend. And then, after po nung dalawa, didiretso na po yun sa E2E test or yung end-to-end testing na gumagamit po ng Playwright testing. So, dito po, tinetest po niya yung pinaka functionalities, like parang isang developer po na tinetest yung pinaka nangyayari po dun sa system. For example po, yung pagla-login and such. So, if gusto niyo po makita yung report, generate din po kami ng automated report na automatic na generate once nakakapasa yung testing. So, siguro ipakita ko na lang din po yung example. Ayan. So, ayan. Open lang natin siya. Ayan. So, ito po yung na ginawa ni GitHub Action once na nakapasa po yung end-to-end testing po. So as you can see, nandito po lahat ng details. Kung may nag-fail po, and kung may pumasa po, and ito po yung complete run-through ng end-to-end testing using the Playwright testing po. Then after that, once na nakapasa po sa layer 1, 2, and 3, pupunta na po siya sa building, which is yung phase 5 ng integration, which is yung building and testing po ng Docker. Once na nakapasa po sa building and testing, sa layer 4 na po and phase 6, which is the build SBOM scan and sign. So dito naman po yung security part po ng aming integration testing, wherein nag-generate po si GitHub action ng SBOM files or JSON files sa back end and then front end. Kinukompile po niya lahat ng dependencies, lahat po ng installed doon sa project po naman para gawing secured and mas madali po yung pag-trace ng vulnerabilities po. And after that, once nakapasa po sa phase 6, i-start na po ng summary. So dito po, ang dinagdag ko po dito sa summary is kapag nakapasa po, gagawa po ng summary ng integration testing, and if hindi po, it will automatically create an issue po. So, for example po, bibigay kami ng example ng nag-failed na test. Ito. Yan. So, nag-failed siya sa end-to-end testing. So, nung nag-failed sa end-to-end testing, sa CI summary, once na i-check natin, nag-create siya ng automated na or pre-created na issue. So, once na i-check natin siya dito sa issues, kaya ng close, since close na siya. Ayan, makikita nyo, andito yung kinrate niya na issue. So, mas nakakatulong to sa amin para ma-pinpoint kung saan po nagmula yung error, kung bakit nag-failed yung integration po. So, overall, yun pa lang naman po yung nagawa ko this week. And may mga konting slight improvement pa po for the integration. So, yun lang naman po. Thank you.
Hello sir, good afternoon. So, for this week, ang naging progress ko naman po as the tech lead of Gcash is, una-una, since nagkaroon kami ng major changes sa backend namin. So, mula sa version 1 namin, umakit namin sa version 2 since yun nga, yung sessions API namin is malaki yung naging changes na since nagkaroon na kami ng mga patch mapping and other responses. So, yung mga API versions namin is from previous na 1.2 or something. After namin magbago ng version is nasa 2.0 na kami. So, aside from that, nagkaroon din kami ng panibago na API documentations which is self-documented na. So, gumamit ako ng Swagger UI para ma-generate yung API documentation. So, dito sa Swagger UI na to, dito nakalagay lahat ng mga API namin sa backend. Andito pwede matest siya. Ayan, kung gusto mag-test. And nandito rin nakalagay kung ano yung mga responses na ibinibigay ng API. And aside from that, nagkaroon din kami ng mga changes sa API ng reports and also dun sa dashboard para mas magkaroon kami ng meaningful na responses na magagamit ng frontend. Yun naman po ang naging progress ko this week.
So, this week I focus on push notification and FCM. I enhance the timer notification for mobile devices. It shows pop-up modals on mobile when app is visible, maintaining push notif when app is in background, and I fix also to enable the desktop notification for foreground timer completion to match the background behavior. Para ma-visualize nyo kung ano yung push notification, I will show you. Then, dashboard, go to settings, gagana lang si push notification and sound if the settings naka-enable silang dalawa. If hindi sila naka-enable parehas, walang push notif and sound na nangyayari. So, we have here 4 sound types. bell, chime, digital beep, beep, and soft beep. So let's test the bell. That's the sound of bell. Next chime. Next digital beep. Next soft beep. And then my volume. Big sounds. We have here test button for notifications for testing. Ayan. Modify the site notification. So let's try to create activity. Create session. Let's try the quiz time for the testing. Focus time 1 minute, break time 3 minutes. Create. Then yan. Let's start. So, to explain kung anong mangyayari sa push notification, in this function, in this implementation I did, whether the tab is visible for user or in home screen, may push notification and sound na mangyayari only if the settings, sound notification and notification is enabled. So, yan. Whether if the tab is visible or the tab is minimized. So, let's try the tab is visible. Let's just wait. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yan, may sound siya nangyari. Medyo delay lang. Pero may sound. Delay din tong notification kasi ewan, baka dahil sa browser settings ko, but let's just wait. Kasi yung sound, humana naman. Medyo mabagal lang talaga sa iba. Ayan, meron siya. Focus complete. Time for break in test push notification. Then, kapag naka-minimize naman yung tab, same focus time and break session. Try. Kapag naka-minimize, ayun siya. Naka-minimize. Ito yung kanina yung naka-visible yung tab, 2:41 AM. Then, kapag naka-minimize, let's wait. I will minimize the screen, ay the tab if it's in 5 seconds. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yan, may sound siya. Ayan, focus ended. Focus ended. Take a break. 2:44 AM. That's the push notification and kanina may sounding na delay. Focus. So, for mobile devices naman, device push notification sound. I use here NGRock for mobile device. This is the API address and then the port.
So, in my
desktop, I use the command ngserve -- host the IP address /port 41. So this in mobile, I use the URL of 192.168.100.136, which is the API address, and then the port 200, the port of my desktop. So yan, ayan yung landing page of our site. Let's try to test the notification and sound in mobile. So it's settings, the notification sound is enable also. But in my mobile device, the notification is black. So hindi natin matitry yung notification, push notification sa mobile. But one of my teammates, which is the tech lead, Daniel Victorioso, gumana yung push notification sa kanya with the sound. In this setup kasi, sa device, is same lang sa setup ng desktop. If yung site namin is visible sa user's view and then naka-home screen, the sound and push notif will. But if the site is not visible or nasa home screen, ganun din, may push notif and sound. But I add something sa mobile device, which is, let's try this. In this activity, let's add session. Para lang matest natin. Then start. As I said earlier, sa mobile view, may pop-up modals na makikita si users if the focus and break is finished. Ayun yung inat ko sa mobile view. Sa desktop view kasi, wala siyang ganun. Hindi ko matatry push notification kasi nga. So I will show you later the notification from the tech pop-up when he tries that. Let's just wait. Dapat itong session na to, kapag natapos na yung timer, may notification and sound and pop-up modal. Ayan, pop-up modal sound. If user continue that, magdadiretso sa break. Ayun. So, wala siyang notification kasi naka-block yung browser ko sa site natin. Kahit naka-on na siya sa settings ko, hindi siya nagana. On na siya. Later, I will show you paano gumana yung screenshot ng push notification button sa mobile device na tech lead namin. So, for our spring ceremony, December 11, 2025, Team Gcash. For Sprint 11 percentage completion, it is 100%. Value completion, 45 out of 55, 81.82%. Sprint 11 focus on comprehensive testing, implementation, completing push notif system, and finalizing API documentation while addressing technical debt in content structure. Sprint retrospective, what went well, front-end testing, component tests, end-to-end test, and cross-browser testing. Completing unit testing provided implemented. Full E2E testing suite deployed. Successfully tested across Chromium, Opera, and mobile platforms using Playwright. Push notif, desktop and mobile push notification, system fully implemented and functional. API documentation, self-documented API is available at api.com/modify.site Swagger UI Index with comprehensive end-to-end coverage. What could be improved? New front-end structure pa rin po. The front-end code-based structure still needs improvement and better organization. Completion timeline. We have carried over tasks from previous sprints, continue to affect sprint velocity and delivery timelines. What needs to be done? AI integration. We will implement AI features and functionality, replacing Google Calendar integration. Front-end code refactoring. Reorganize and clean up front-end structure for better maintainability and scalability. Ayan. That's all for our team. That's all the updates for Sprint 11. Thank you so much.